الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Emraso say yedi midfield action no ebrel baby a wo bia mo bia chi eba program is abo non krapa ho sima aduasa enwotwe pepe Kessben television and when you go wo hwe baby a wo bia wo wiase afa na nyina sanso na wutie Kessben 93.3 agudi mu nsemba no pa bia yedi ebremo we a Monday edition of midfield action na nsempi na nim say weekend activities ahodo afa agudi mu nsem ho no and I be trase edwada anopa ebobo ano nkankra de ebremo kopim se dumienu bebo na Ali Baba Dankambari enso di breaking news no ebeka ho abre ye nyina emo nyina chi eba program yi eso Tony Montana trase de foreign stories no kakra ebebre ansa na medafo atrase na ya babam na fe fiensem ahodo pi no nso no ye de abremo 0507168557 and on the SMS line no more messages ahodo de ebre no mo amode fa WhatsApp videos and messages ahodo no 0244263902 0244263902 and your WhatsApp messages ahodo on videos no your Twitter handle no at Kessben Sports M with my live on Twitter twitter.com/Kessben TV Sanso and with my download the Kessben FM app on Play Store and I with my share live baby I will be Facebook mo share live on Facebook now mo person with the messages I do eba more questions somebody baba Kessben Sports on Facebook with me the questions I do ni na no afa ho de abre na enso ye de ato edwa weekend yewo akansi ahodo bebre kwa ebi boxing ebi athletics ebi Formula 1 ebi football he na de fa Tony abobo ni nyina no ode ebre Louis Hamilton ene ne sense Formula 1 bebi am ko bia abrantie din na ebonche kra na Michael Schumacher record 91 grand pre-titles no branchi break his record no year 92 wasa ko bibi fufuro biom Tony e de honsem ebebre ye wa tennis enso e wa ha ST Bank open why ena eje sa kansie course e wa Austria Vienna to be precise Tony ababo ni nyina no ode ebre branchi ni free Russia na nsembe ena e course football nsembebrebe matches how do a course Tony the bebre titru the course ewo EPL no mu Old Trafford obi 14-year record nsembebrebe Arsenal Thomas third party say the day na obia ebo Turf Moor then the course of Turf Moor Chelsea Burnley sadness no and the nyoma hodo no omoko deep in no e wo Turf Moor ho sanso and Juventus Cristiano Ronaldo back from COVID nsembebrebe bogos bia na nyasam gitu akra we ni other stories ni abobo no e de bremo bia nyina fide famfiri akra Montana de Tony atrance e fie nsembebrebe enso ye de bremo nemom yankai mo say ene ye hwe animu say former general secretary Magan MPP Mr. Kwabena Agyapong ye hwe animu so ba studio ha na ya tutu na no kakra na wo asembia ebusa na pancho numbers ya mekeka wutimi de ba na yebusa ununyamfoi ye hwe animu oba ye de betudwa Montana de Tony good morning design
nyame adum Godfather na unso e
yoko bond bia boko pa no say dina me so den
yeah.
I stand for bright
since morning no
yes
na minim questions on anga de ba say and I guess no DM say on sempa right after kick off no starting or started so the questions say you need be train for interview said you intimi train bra
card here small card I will try to watch that all right Montana with you
well I mean suntie ntifane ahwen sama ekoso onkofo ekroso ha
Franco omobeka no mo ntino enche omobe trance Miki trance yes
matrasi na mama wishi happy birthday we say nana edu mensa asare kumase amekum hene nana edu mensa asare Kumasi Amekum.
Bien or the Asari.
You can't say
Asari.
Asari. Okay.
He knows Asari.
Nana Edu Mensa Sari. Asari. Kumasi Amekum Hine. Happy birthday.
Oh, Nana birthday.
Nana birthday.
Wow.
Amekum Hine.
Makum Hine. Hey, or Hine Cassie.
Papa, Mekum. Amekum Hine, you will see no. You will see happy birthday.
Okay.
It didn't mean happy. Aye. Yes. Amekum Cosi, fine.
Ni boundaries no.
Oh, okay.
Bubuza Makum Fahikusi.
What's it?
Makum Fahikusi.
Oh, no, Miss Mekum here. Traffic light.
Fabu Kusi Alaba.
Debbie. Hey.
Wafa, I can't do. Say, Luna to use
a Alicia Messias. Tinana, do.
Okay. Sanabia will be a
happy birthday.
All right. Kwame Mickey.
General.
Yamia Dumo.
Oh, weekend football.
Football.
Your papa move football. Tomasia. Ultimate sorry. Football. Because no more Jumana way. Tiwan Shibia. Ultimate come once.
You know, open
Yes. But football pa.
You know, pa. Yamin Yamawa. So, oh, pray, yes,
Senyanko Pomba, ya mame. Oh, Yama be brave. So, for Yamia be brave, mame. But me pay more. Oliver asked for more.
Then a while do pay a and never be.
Oh, yes, they all say, Nippa Mre.
Nippa name, Yamia, what's oh, prisa?
Baby, a preno, say,
the Yamimo piano and so.
So, but Oliver asked for more. Oh, yes. Sentina, oh, 4. Also, Tibuko 5. Okay. Tibuko 6. Maybe Timmy no be able to 70.
Okay. I'm going to find out. Don't bring that in.
I don't even ask for more. I need 10 years old. Maybe what's a good idea? I do 20. And I'm going to say 20. And I'm going to 50. And I'm saying, hey, 50 men come and behave you. 70. Men don't confess. And Oliver asked for more and more.
Who create and check only papa be much me like why spray the move friends ever. Say move friends a dragon.
That be true.
No much me.
And stone. No, and stone.
And I'll go fast stone free a buy. I'm a kind of higher studio. People say so you so there be. They find to see him.
I don't know about
it. The Bible by also say, oh, sorry, now can go the way. Now,
that's one.
But I want to if you say, how? Okay. And find on baby. To me, no matter the crowd, on qua or pet. Now saying, Che, and a papa be or dunko. He can't do so. This Babacan.
Papa,
I'm watching.
I want a papa.
Security money, ne papa.
Aye.
Oh, dunko. I'm so.
I must dunko cra.
Dunko, quiet.
Udruku. Oh, Mamma, more
years. Papa, no, how many years?
Over 100 years.
100 years.
On a
power and say about social media. Oh, Alibaba, crack.
Echo, yeah.
Ah, you see, Mura, Papa, no one.
A Buradina Copo.
Say, you burning her money, ya, never pay. The whole din. Mickey, I had done a 2 car cranasi. Well, I was making a 2 car Papa no hold the class. Mickey,
nothing.
I could dear broke. Wait, because Papa no bear over 100 year old minute girl now what train. You better 30 something.
Yeah. Then a girl so car say, Papa need
one Saturday, Mickey 2 car, more than him. What I say, what about Miss Mutia? Make it 2 car call. If you don't go, cook or cry. I want to move. Na si wa be se.
My bonny ala. Debi.
Wa be se. Na ni ma yesi edition no.
Na wo be se.
Ntina nya de ya you know. Kese abobo no. Does it mean sa? Adwe ayi. Ele ya wo. No dia ka. Dia bi na wisa.
Atadwe. Fom wisa.
Dia na po wi.
Asuru wisa. Na dia.
Dia na po wi.
Pese me duru 150.
What took us to come to buy wo?
Me boy juma te se papa no. Na papa no ni be ko ho.
Dia na po wi ase.
Ah.
Enti wo a wo be mi kibia. Ewo ayi kese bi bottle kese pa. Kese pa ni sini butu. Gina no.
So be so hunya dia gina me.
Koso de fa me.
Me ma bi ampe.
Oh no really. Koso. No. Koso mi enti o. Ade na pe no wiase. Obi o sia o na se hwan o boanye na ho de.
Eh, baby Andrew no.
Baby enti abo moro.
Start time. Start time decoder papa. Compare decoder ni bi. Na wunya decoder ni bi a ebeboa wo pa. Weekend wa start time decoder no who enjoy matches ahodo. Obi a start time decoder unyo
create voice we na me check credits is here.
Nebo gata to gota we baby sha kotoko be show because me ntina o ma kotokofo MBD ezukonim de bia say me be di chairman ye di kan abo one league match wa cry no ye official match sebio ye nua kotokofo edi nkonim
we dem say clear and na Jordan pese me chat the BCCA enti and me the Fosa aba why na kasa no 0244263902 0244263902 kwa me make it after 30 seconds na
obi kwe di kan di o di untentem
why na kasa no
House of Oak NCC chairman ona na kasa first person secret okreku Uti second person of the buy and was say Elvis hold on Elvis Elvis Hesi Hemman and or the buy 055 286 7118 na or say Elvis Hesi Hemman and a win or the buy
right.
And the bantam pa tia no chen say
20 cities into no mesai ababium
okay
na mache ade bium
mate
okay Kessben 9.3 live on Kessben television sound no munya ni kakra na yemetwetwe nkomo ma menhwa mo messages amode aba no kakra bi na fe yemfa nkomo twetwe no enhye so emfa ema papa Samoa anyway aba Osi Peter Drury right there you have two midfielders battling it out for glory and stardom. You look at Thomas and you can see he's really ready to party. But look at Paul, and it seems he's here to sweep after the party is over. Papa Samoa the day we about Peter Drury is working. I don't know. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Abdul Sata, what if you're by Aussie Joe? The maestro, I'm watching you live from Bokrom, Nanapia. I want to thank the Almighty Allah for giving my team Chelsea the 3 points. Kessben Sports is education. Yedamasi. Aside first and anyway, about good morning, sir. Joe, I'm watching you live from Napoli, Italy. Yedasipa Chagana for Napoli now. Cliff. Okay. Nana Ajay Hernandez. Good morning, Sir Joe. Watching you live from Dinchira, Subin. Please let Andy Kem update us on the issues between Karim Benzema and Vinicius Jr. Greetings to Cindy Usu, Poku inside Achuma Nirebehi. Ajay Sechi Kwabena Fred. Good morning, Sir Joe. Watching you live from Gambaga Girls Senior High School. Yesterday, Thomas Partey was super. Let's keep supporting him because he's lifting high the flag of Ghana. Muni Nyami Enyajuma Yadamasipa Yanko Abbas Amogobi Achuma Muniso #1. The show is loud here at Perfect Way Electricals. Arsenal, we are on fire. Hi to Abbas, Mami. Honorable Abedi Kwadaso, what the way about police in the Good morning, champion host. I thank God for my darling club, Liverpool. We are only the second side in the Premier League history to concede the first goal in the three consecutive home matches and still go on to win all three. Wishing Richard Arthur speedy recovery. Phobia and Liverpool will never walk alone. Happy birthday to Mary Boatma of New Tafo CAC and Akosia Sewa of Kwadaso Onion Market. Okay, yeah, that's it. Tony Montana, when I way Abba Edafa Facebook, so they are Bremen. Good morning. I've said this and I'll say it again to my Barca fans. They should not expect too much from Barcelona this season, else you'll be disappointed. This team cannot win. This team cannot win you a trophy because we have a lot of youngsters in the team and they need to play for a season to gain experience. So don't expect much from them. Just enjoy the game without thinking about trophies. All right, Tony Muntana Diode Abba, I don't know. Malam Abubakar, Shaibu, Iniesta, watching you live from Asokori Zongo. Keep it up. Yeah, that's a coffee scratch. Also, good morning, Sajo. Your program is live at Brekum. Yeah, damasi. Brekum for Echamo. Ketu Emmanuel Eson. Peter Jury. A commentator once said, never ever prejudge a football match. Never think you know. Never think it's over. Never write a script before it's written for you. I wasn't surprised by the results that happened this week. Football is full of surprises. Okay, there kano ebo bobuano na yedi abremu de begum bebrebe. Yedi na hunsam bebremu. Usha Kessben television. Samsung na utie Kessben 93.3. We are se afana nyina. Okuni papa kakraka bi wo manim ha. Midiga di ne tumonim, mede di tumudwa. So you're training Musa, Yakopo, Bona Bibia, Tuma, Wabe Kansa, no other trim Komo, Kakra. Namia Dom, I saw Aka, Mr. Kwabena Agyapong. I will Yanima and Trim Komo, Kakra, Honorable Yamaka Baba program. So,
Josuminia.
Saboko, dear.
Yamia don't be a boko.
Ay, you who say, and then I'm going to never be an Abbey trim. Ay, Omo show, pa, sports, pa, it's show. Almost sempre be a becadia for
sir.
I was sports you more. I think politician Kakraka. Yes, I'm more probably energy pass or program.
So many of me dawasipa, Mrs. Sumidawasi, so from me and a payna, Mirena home.
Oh, a day.
Mirena home.
A day.
If you say, let me share the way I'm radio, so journalists near day.
We all calco.
Discussions in
foreign. What the messages is so foreign.
Now you spent. I blame myself because when I say this, when I was the host of Sports Highlights, which is in the 80s, that time now station here back up in Ghana, that is when we introduced the international sports segment. And there, near my summary of what has happened in the European leagues. And look at first near images. Tineka be in England, we say but I say, most in interest, I say, Emma, and then who's sorry. Just a Ghana who have cry no to me crew or Yoko, FJ cry also support to Aston Villa. Metiasia in a hammer because whilst the Europeans they've been able to market their game and sell it to us. In fact, we are the ones paying the salaries of these players. And Nekra Nipenko Stadium, because most of their revenue is coming from television rights. And Africa had through DSTV, will be every month Asia. America, they've been able to sell, which is a good thing. So football at the highest level, it's fine. But charity, they say, begins at home. That's the question I want to ask you, the media. Now, Maya is so enthused about Ronaldo, Messi, and Mourinho, and I see. And then I am a hope because my station back on a maybe may end in no kind of football because I know catch them say me the 16 teams in the Ghana Premier League I mean country yes I remember me and I was me busa say teams ben e wo so ha
must be a mebre
but
let's work a popular one so
how
you move baby
as a sports presenter a lot of our
discussions
has to be on the local league.
But how do you say league nankasa mo time ana mo sports or GTV Ghana sports mu de boxing, athletics, football, your clubs, national teams, or performance. Let's say bibia tia performer any attractive
because
any attractive any pe stadium crowd ko hwe how to full koto games.
A mentality.
A mentality. Any performance na
there be say nyina ka ho. A orientation no any mentality no. So, there has to be a deliberate policy. Say, when I talk about sports, it cuts across politics. Now, politics is been with the bar sports, Ama enema, I could do baby a because we use football as an example. And then we can Barcelona. It's a city in Spain. We can Liverpool. It's a city in England. Football is a community-based sport. But it could do baby no. It be private personal interest. Ebe override the community no. Enti minim says a whole list of Ghana football teams a Premier League. Bonse about 10 any community-based, individual-based football clubs. Enti one best support society. Where is their support base? And so Jesus every region had about 2 clubs. Until there was some attachment, emotional attachment, identification. Say, Miss Mintimoni, 2 Cape Coaster, there were Vipers and there were dwarfs, mysterious dwarfs. Oko second year, your second year Hazakis, and your second year 11 wise. Then a contest between indigenous and immigrants na Abakrumo. Oka Accra, your House of Folk. In the Olympics, House of Fools, I said Gamashi, more money cry. Do near the Braka, Natures and Accra proper, Gamashi, on no team. No, and Olympics, acquire say, oh, call of Trem Usula Badi, Teshino, Guanum near the Batitos. It's a local community club. So, yeah, boy, Uli supporters, has supporters. People felt a certain sense of attachment and identification. Kumasi typical Santifo and answer Kumasi phone. Santi Kotoko. Yenuan Muswa, immigrants Abaha say one way free stream, one way free Volta, Fanti, and crying. Kumasi de Ukobe Bia, Unya Nipa different, or Fantino town or Nangaganum Nadi. Those days, Connors. Bones at Tegolegu, top defenders, what in Dinda, Aquetama, Epson,
99 stars.
So, Adamu Danjuma, Nebia, Santiniba, Kwafrem, Gordon Prempe, na Haruna Yusuf, na Abdul Razak, and San Obe Bakotokoniadi. And say, Casa Kotokonikon Bonauco Stadium. Where Bibi Mimisa, those days, Papa Stadium, not do it. So they created a new generation of football lovers. Football, Abushoma Mana fine because I'm in a family sport. Yeah, Nena COVID ya. Obi a copy or then a man call until they train them by the time on over Yankopon be friend over corner. There's a stock of support base for the team. And to me feel say, especially the media has a lot of work to do. You have to promote the local football in a way. And the discussions are the even the coaches of the teams in Ghana. But all the coaches and now do Becca and now we say, and the football is a business. When I say it's a business, Nancy me call Udinese, Agyapong, I checked in 2018 and 2017. Italy. Come me kola me there were juvenile teams there. Tina mo so mo hwe boy binti me ko no. Now no cry a small team Italy. Na me ko hwe omo training facility. Na omo stadium enipa eye adwuma wo ho. And it's one because relegation will be had in Segunity because they say you lay off workers. If you look at the amount of workers support staff, because on training a mom coffee, almost some form of hotel. Inside the stadium will be on the room. You remember the Trans-ADD, so they have a big restaurant of cooks and chefs and support services. So now you can say Sekotoko Bob Big Matcha, state transport. Be a 20 buses in this circle. Nina Boma big. One more baby we can have better hotels. Justice Hotel, no near Dina, Kotokontino CEO Stadium. So, and people used to come there. Nina, look at the business it was creating. That's why one man turned to stadium on a Sunday.
Africa, pa Kotoko, Nipa Koda Stadium.
Yes, I'm watching. So, now she supporters union. Ubi free ha, ibi free Konongo, ibi free Bechem, ibi free no Munina. You know, I cannot understand for the life of me. Because you see, we have lost out on our collective goodwill and our collective security. And no.
And the performance.
Oh, it's not the performance. It's the leadership, the way the FA has been run, and the way the FA changed over time. Football is community. I've never supported this idea, say, football day. The government that represents the people of Ghana should have no say in football. How? Intimidate, so we have to go back to our basics. I've said this before. And the reason I'm actually free on is okay, and I knew that we will get to this point. We'll get to this point because I mean, right now, they be having Yusu Grusa as an example. They be having Mr. I'm sorry, Yusu I take from Grusa or Coast Club first or Buga and Ken Pfizer Coast, no Coast. Grusa will be in the corners or touch the we do baby na corners affairs na Ken Pfizer na old premier Ken Pfizer almost supporters why it will be maybe your personal club and a few people. So, but if you had kept the team there and supported cornerstones with your players, because me feel say Nkofunu P Madam for Fred Cancel obi anim so has ovokni edru baby no free has no akọ set up St. Mirren. What kind of team be by any friends in Mirror? You know, it cannot survive. So, we have to go back to basics. Swedro, near Fankoba, and the Swedro Blacks. Uko Volta region, near whole Sunset, near whole Mighty Eagles. The Munima. Not Set Ameho. Or Bob Black Stars was playing for whole Sunset. Uko Northern Region, they were Bewa United, ne Savannah Stars. Later on, Cambo Mia Real Tamale United, Bolga Mighty Rocks. These are teams based on community. So be everywhere. He feels a certain sense of belonging and attachment to the team. And the Iron Kakraka and the League, where SB the Karela, it be the Wafa, it be the Dreams, it be the Legon Cities. Who supporters? Nobody supports those teams. They are not community-based teams. We've got to go back to our basics and look at what used to work for this country.
Agyapong and and Komo. Play key roles by Jumedimu. I want for Bekai doctor Professor Alberto Dubois. I want for Kayo Samre roll out player on the
granted 29 years at the time.
Make papa.
Then near my day, in those days, Ubiakra and Yaku could do so television. So because Rollins was still a military leader, we are now moving. I was a young man who was just finished university.
Control silence time.
That's right. Working as a civil engineer with Ghana Highway Authority. And so with them home for a look, I was sacrificed. Mayor. Pennyphone, and your fault. Yeah, ye binuma Juma says, I for you good Juma, Dr. Sel Binuma, I'm working crutches. Oh, yeah, meet ye and Pennyphone and Catacobra. When our brand chance of who you know, my and I'm a 2 who see home. Semi. Come on national television at the time. I was less than 30 years telling the whole people of Ghana, say, look, they are better served by voting for Professor Dubois so that we can guarantee democracy in our country. So, until maybe
the President Kufuor time. Later.
Yes.
And Nana, Adanko Kufuor rule out play. And Nasam Ketuakra, obey Press Secretary President Kufuor. I've read a Kasiepa General Secretary MPP. That's
right.
Then I say, we can't be Utra de Mamako. Lighter note, worship visa. We bow while we treat. I put out that. And then Mammy okay.
They make a piano, I'm a
all right. Later. See, I can say football a business. So what's wrong with individuals now? More teams, Dreams, Karela.
It will not survive.
A business almost.
You can say a business. It means you can run it with a business model. Barcelona is a club that belongs to the community. Into Omokrade and San Abel head, they have club supporters have elections. Real Madrid, they have a different model. Uko Italy is a different model. So, but we have to look at what works for us. Maybe me fast ante kotoko, for instance. Maybe me kotoko ni ye titimba pa kotoko me kotoko. Enyi ne kotoko e utumfo efiri ohene ho. So we share when munyam no fro say me the team ashe unsa 5 years. You can run it with a business model and develop the team. But the beauty is see a debate to say we kotoko chairman kran. E say you dese we santini and na say baby ofribia life munim na friend Mukazel.
Yeah.
In the early 70s, Lebanese are not on a kotokoche friend life. And no crime and doing goodwill. So, media me feel say, even say, business acumen. Yes, when the Munyam say, be team. So, why am I here to say, won't go, who any profit bar, of course. Then I see the whole ends, yeah, no rules. That's right. But I think say going out individually. And there are people who did that really hurt me. For instance, in your penning, when you're in the baby called Alenjima, now we are Kotoko. Freeway is Yakoti Kumapim. On the Kotoko, so you move to your Kumapim Beba. Kote Kumapim Royals or Mampo. And you say, I am a dead dad. On so, when you are not near close by, and son of him. He was never happy after that. Because you see, football, I has a spirit, I has a sum. Nipa, until I get me match, because of the attachment to the game. So, and I think so right now, because of what happened in 2006, 2007. When the decision to say I buying finance and sports, I've never understood that philosophy.
2005
and 2005, 2006, and I always fought against it. I told them you can't do that. President Kufuor Ben Kofi, former footballer, former Black Stars captain, Nobel FA chairman, FIFA and carry. So this talk about FIFA, no, I think it's bogus. FIFA is just a federation of international football associations. It's not a law unto itself. We are here because you belong to their federation. They accept what you deliver. Now, some more Muslim basa said that call catch them say, I be interfere. Now say we sign a suspend you. FIFA never Ghana and as a Ghana for only free ako. Check the history. And once that happened, it broke the link between society and football. A few individuals then took over the game. But I've said, football is not more important than the police. But the president appoints the IGP. I've said, football is not more important than the courts of justice. The president appoints the chief justice and many other things. we had a model that was working. Government always had an input as to who becomes the FA chairman because it's the government using and BBN FIFA. There are many Togo has it. The Adema used to appoint the FA. No, and it is near the Kokanis, and I can't say Mrebin. No. When we were appointed Ben Kofi, what happened? It was like that. It was very simple. When your appointment said direct, it's a football people they can't do NDC need, do MPP need, Ghana parties need too, and nobody will be there forever. You understand? And people should have understood the role that the government should play. All the sports centers of excellence are ACC around the country. Football people can ADC. The country's money, which is being superintended by the sitting government of the day. You never know in future who will be there. So I'm saying in those days, Minister of Sports, most of the nominations too about near Congress. We used to go to Congress and vote. I've sat in Congresses in Africa. There was no problem with it. It's only in 2005, 2006. A friend is saying, Dr. Nyauta Maklusiwa resigned. Because at that time, all the time, the FA was headed by someone appointed by the minister or submitted to Congress from government.
Government was nominate two
people. And then the clubs will also nominate for the vice. So Yantic was vice because he was representing Galka. So Galka.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was working. It was a model that was working. Once that was severed, then football became like an island. And baby I be doing there. Now, and also soon come out and say, I never support the idea say will be a FA chairman as well say own a club in the league.
Okay.
How? I mean, the clear loss of natural justice and conflict of interest is there. It shouldn't happen. Referees who feel intimidated, to do things to favor the chairman of the FA or whatever. I think it is wrong. It's something. It's a practice that should be discontinued. It shouldn't happen. So now. Maybe we have to have because a time I met a normalization committee. And he knows the role I played in him becoming the chairman of the
local organizing committee
during Kofo's administration, which I was a part of. And I'm saying, look, this is an opportunity for us to correct this situation. FIFA has given us a carte blanche. Let's call a Congress of all well-meaning football administrators from 1980. Look, there was collaboration. It was working. We have moved. We are careful. FIFA, if they see directly, it's a flagrant abuse of AB and ABA. But if, as stakeholders in Ghana, if you say, look, this is how we were doing it. It was working. Let's revert to it. FIFA won't have any issue with that. Anyway, that did not happen.
Okay.
And so that's why I have never been interested in getting involved in what is going on. And it's sad because when football, baby, I could draw a necessary. There's a local, it's been killed. Because Muba. Also, I understand you. Also, you are selling something to your audience, and this is what they are interested. It's a chicken and egg situation. I still think because I've watched a few local matches and they were good. The standards were good before COVID. It wasn't that bad. And in any case, because you see, we have not been able to build because we haven't been able to build the model. See, people go into football instead of building the team. Their understanding is that we can sell off and make the money. No, the money will come once the player becomes good enough. But that should not be the focus.
Friends, academy.
Coast team. Oh no, about Ghana. No, be somewhere interested in. I'm sure no. No. There be. We have to find we have to no. After about local tema use no. Oh, juvenile about tema use. And we be who knows open.
So that is the trend now.
No, but it shouldn't be the main focus. It shouldn't be the main focus. Then we want people to graduate and go and become big stars like Thomas Partey and Michael Essien, and we all adding. Alex Nyako used to play. I'm doing back to go.
Alex Nyako.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing back to go at that time. All France, calling them UK. You understand? You want people to have the opportunity to play outside, but that cannot be the main reason why we run football.
Government seem to be and play role beyond.
But you've taken government out. Who here scarf for national team there, and they won't say government, but their role.
Government is so powerful. When you say the more you're right, I say you free.
And then I mean, that's why I've disengaged from sport. Athletics is suffering. Boxing is suffering. Everything is suffering. But first, there used to be a National Sports Council. And especially the administrators, in fact, the Secretary General of the football associations in the they used to be employees of the National Sports Council, George Dasubre in those days. So, and the Sports Council is a state entity with a chief executive appointed by the President of the Republic. So we had something going for us that used to work. Look at athletics, for instance. Even now, meet me, I can say, Yenya good stadia, Cape Coast. Second D. Kumasi, I think, is now being rehabilitated again. Accra, Tamale. And so we can't produce any world-renowned athletes. Because you destroy school sports crisis is gone. And then some student quiz near the Argentina exciting. You see, because when something has a sentimental attachment to people, it survives. Because what is a school? No, any says because we are setting up hockey team. But what is a school kobo hockey? Or Puku and Hamas, and I say Puku and Prempe, and now Fansmuni Discope. You are interested. That is why the science quiz has become so popular and has captured the imagination of Ghanaians. We should push that to sports. Yes, sir. Basketball, St. John's Free Tackle, the Ban Fansmua. Big deal. Big deal. St. Augustus. But now all that is fizzled out. So,
what balance is your more power?
Yeah. I don't want you to overpolitics. Until I'm cast sports day.
No, but
I don't want government. Yes, I think that it is important. They are laying the foundation by building these sports centers of excellence, but they have to link it especially to the school sports. And BBT athletics. We can't say a call for more. Mr. Hope, sports master. First, MOBA 200 meters. OBA. Everybody. Then out of the 200 students, more potential. Then you build on it. A lot of structural changes need to be made. So, but I think the focus, don't take anybody anywhere. Let's look at building structures and things that will survive the times. And only here. So, intermediate, I think, the football. We are at a critical point.
Sure.
And it demands critical decisions. And people should sit back and have a look and say, look, is it going to end? It hasn't. It has shown it is not ending as well. Can we look at how to rejig it? How can we bring the likes of Cornerstones back? How can we bring the likes of 11? Because who is casting about dreams? Who's now support to team B? New dreams. You can be involved in that team now, traditional team now also.
No, the command.
The fact, no. You see, that's why you are placing too much emphasis on the Sikana Okana.
So
Mr. Nati Hazakis, well, big contractor, modern Ghana builders. On the new running Hazakis, I will keep a first attack right. Secondly, the fact that an neighbor from Ukraine is not, you can't quantify the amount of money in monetary matters. So we are chairman. Of course, it's
big, everybody looking for
big,
that.
it's big goodwill, but that is how it should be.
But it's not
that guy's Abramovich, no being no, and son of Chelsea.
For so on FAO. But Chelsea used to be a community team.
Yeah, it's still a community team. You can't own team Fanko. Own team Fanko. Yeah, you are a majority owner. The supporters have a trust. You are the other same kind of Newcastle. The supporters have a trust because without them you can't proceed. And that is why they said they're okay. Because of things happening, we have to be flexible and think through it and see what is the best. Because you can't have one hard position business. No. A community game that drags people along, provides the community with excitement. Is there and family being who say we either say Los Angeles Ages because we are free early. And then we have to go back to the communities. Right. If people with the communities don't have the clubs and we don't find a way, we have to find a way. Yes, I end Juma.
Okay. So you a little contribution to that. Coach Kwabena is a frame the same thing to say the Freddy King. And Alpha Vipers, Hazakes, 11 Wise, BA United, Olympics. These are the traditional clubs we are talking about here. Say football na basic. Or the phone the Nisika Bishema, team ni pejana, Krumofo na Bidina tem na Yapamon. And if we think, say, community football na boy, which I agree, then it means that some way, somehow, government should find a way of contributing to the existence of these community clubs through maybe the metropolitan assemblies. You can say, KME, a be a Kotoko management at any point in time, KME or 2 slots. Or Kotoko management through the government, certain amount of money should come to Kotoko to support because I had a team same as Sebia Sunyane.
So well, to a certain extent, you know, my dream. Nobody has the, as they say, the silver bullet. Sure. Some of them, sure. But as a dream,
assemblies because
common fund is a session for sports.
Because you see, one, you should be able to guarantee the salaries of the players. And no, a bit of support too. No, supporters in Swako Stadium.
That's right.
So I had chicken and egg. Yeah. So who did back? So, but I didn't know who said there's a problem, and there has to be a solution. And I think say, to sit on one end of it and have a hardcore is a business intimidating. That be one. Say, Castle, you see when the Munyam say a Vipers chairman. It's also goodwill.
Yeah, goodwill.
It's solid goodwill. Now, also pneuma, proper running of the club. Supporters in the Kruma funded, they want to see, say, yeah, we need more, yeah, dear, no, near dear. And to Kwan started by when they feel, say, by say, Ube Pes can Kwan out there. You know, but I think, say, our orientation should change. We should know, say, I don't know, a community game. A Beman Crow, a Juma Cram, the Deba hotels, a woman who Adriani on the day. They say, cried a kibit my Omobesha, and I will be an Osha, Juventus say. Ronaldo calls a popular Uche Kona baby, a Crobias cry, and I to be said, Juventus t shirts in the attic. Oh, whilst you don't have anybody wearing the traditional, because traditional cry, Asa. So I'm worried. Say a quiet bang. I don't have the answer, but I think that we need to get back to that.
Captured manifesto you must think about. No,
well, I mean, I've looked.
Ideas here.
Of course, unfortunately, I couldn't partake in that. So, but I mean, it's a good enough manifesto that looks at providing the infrastructure base. Because it's a crown. Media having assemblies is important. Me, Mr. Although I see me papa a lawyer to that. That be yes, but maybe Crofum and it, young Quanaja, Nitia, young Quantity, who the Crofum could be at compound. But more than 4 quarantine, we see me who be crumble. Who's ever quite the Baptist will. I know Pano, but 10 will be no. A cost one make a ball first. Coast Anopa. Yeah, Pia Basubin Valley and Nantiafa, yeah, BP. Yeah, until I'm about my friend, I'm about a fear baby and two for the no honey ball.
Cricket.
And then the cricket was baby. Oh, I mean, Cruiser, I mean, so into your, you know, and so I made breakfast, crana. Those days, your mom rice water, the milk going out, milk and actually. To we refin and papa, oh, you know, it had this societal bonding, and a man calling in a football. So, let it media me feel say we have to have a cross between the two. A business model like outside, he said, owns a football crowd. If any page more director of marketing, director of operation, director of business development, BBS, and no question, man, so if we build the football teams, no, we are using football as just one example of a sport.
Sure.
And also provided a job creation cry. Apart from say the commercial activities, more media. There has to be a deliberate aid to interface with the media to promote the game, to promote the local aid. So, because the kind of interviews, media stations, they go to players, no more training, no more cover B, because it's the mileage that you give to the coverage, you know. And also the team exciting crowd. Because Ukase can 2008. But we were not able to sustain it. So, we don't feel that government policy here in Kuala Lumpur less than 17. Free. Onyina obe he's stuck as a new football supporter also because without the support you can't have. Until you see a bomb match teams in Ankasa first. Eastern region, Kufurudia Rovers, somebody did that. A boy question should be. When you know, a boy secretly or dancing, and Sana go there because it got to a point in Ghana, because football was not fully professional. There was near what Indafa, somebody did industrial league. Duka Kumasina bomb place, no money Bank of Ghana, Ghana, no money football teams. And Tina also a cushion salaries of players. Into a Juma. But as a footballer, into do some bomber departmental league now. Nani now so departments so image. So I'm now winning Ashanti regional and I say, you know, I think that we can have a hard and fast position.
Kwabena, I also have another suggestion, especially regarding. Also, you made a very important point. As sports, then connecting it to the schools.
Yeah,
clearly, athletics near the and I say a diagram.
Just as sad.
And they are buying ECC youth centers, facilities near ready. In trying to revive it, you can sponsorship, but obviously, at the end of corner, adding. Until I'm trying to say a business are collapsing. So the government would have to reinvest in it.
Yes.
Investing in it, maybe a competitions in Emra. In a year, you were about 3 or 4 athletics competitions people will join and beside that media and also as private the rainy season about media no crowd more and answer or coverage no form kaka so about putting money in here means you be merciful to the media outfits no so musum promote it if we can do this for 2-3 years yes we would also have a responsibility to do it.
That's right.
But if Sabine so investing in it into Jessica Asha athleticism from college near the media now it shall see a young day nationwide. I'm telling you that in 3 years, if I buy no to me in 3 years, if you are very attractive to corporate bodies to come on board and sponsor.
I mean, even Abai can leverage on even corporate bodies. Abai. Of course. Because we used to have mobile athletics.
Yeah.
So you can leverage with oil, leverage with some of the big organizations. Say, look, corporate responsibility more. Because you see, with athletics, no one doing too much because it's an individual sport. And I said, being foot room cry, nipa no memory to others own too. Who talent. Now you then promote the talent and even the coaching system in Ghana. I mean, Tia said that players you Ebola. No, on my coach, I said that one. It should be policy of government to locate a certain generation. They say coaches are whatever.
Athletics coaches, you can't find them.
Even football coaches. ball. I also want to say coaches because here piano mates. This is what as woman. Na ya pre kunumu. Class one don't make. Ya pre kuya Scotland 1989. Oh, under 16 for me Kobe. In those days, because we love it. I bought my own ticket to Glasgow, although I was a member of the management committee. And to say that when the management committee of Marco Trabe wants to give allowance to say players, it will discourage the players to play. So you have to be able. Yako Barcelona 92. I was a member of the Black Satellites, Meteors team near Koyen. Oniba Charles near chairman. Samade was the coach.
Yeah.
So, and the state did not buy me a ticket to go to Barcelona. I didn't need it. We won't do that. Yeah, I could pay a hotel. Yeah, be any agency and call a bobo.
Yeah, but the ability no so I can't wear an answer. But
ability,
ability to afford.
But I'm happy say you know o kase sebi you nyansa ni ba ko for trim.
That's right.
That's right. Well, your concern is that normal perform.
That's right.
But what is the solution? Then to try and revive it. And I think it's a good area to try and bring it out like that. In Tabasadia, do be any bian can be any bian, and you're album. Yes, even. Yes, even yes, also we say, okay, we the bit me boy. A basa, the bottom line, and I can assure you that the bottom line is funds, a sikasem. And all these things.
I don't think that way.
No,
Mr. Owedier, I disagree with you. Sometimes you should have a plan first.
And I make a plan.
That's a war plan. Usika eketwa de wetim de keseka ka de metim. Yes sir, sika de. Yes, usum je obedi ase do sisi.
Only plan as can say.
There's
a plan on the what you can
but we haven't really come together to understand. So this is a problem that we have to deal with. It's a football league. I think the way we are administering it is completely wrong. We have to sit and have a discussion and look at what used to work for us and find a way. And find a way.
Maybe na catch your 50 million, 1,500 cities. Obi buy your car between $1,000 penno. On any man, any papa, me not say family meeting. Into no one wako sinikwan so money. So no. Inti bottom line no. Yes, ubenya the plan and everything, but what you need to execute that plan no will be funding.
Ubia metiwase. Menka say it's not true, so you don't need funds. And all over the world, sales of football near is part of it. Into some of the clubs in France near but that's all by near too. They work with you for some time and then beef you up and sign it because England no almost can do marketing no so some of them shown. But that aside, I think you see the focus has to be in the beauty of the game and letting the community feel a part of it and be and she said me it's a very hydra-headed problem right now. Yama afesta ache. And we have to take some drama. Look, in the US, they have what they call the franchise system in basketball.
Even in MLS, no more franchise.
Franchise system. And the NBA and relegate, but they have a way. A decent chance. And it's a ball league. They offer me a man of draft pick. Draft pick, and they say one way about selected new player on the team. Chooses a win and pay. Not a beefy up team. Yes, sir. The all top, no quite top, sir. So, and Tiwamu really, but it's very competitive. Say Ghana League, say, me catch us in there. Say, 20 clubs. Now, for the next 5 years, let's not do relegation. But they said they can syndicate some money. Government, their account, businesses, their council will want to restore football to back. Near yes, do obey defense, be say. Abroche position be on the sick of defense. And the rule as me down because we've been questioning now because
because you'll be losing money.
You lose money.
The bottom line is money.
You lose money. No, I don't want you to say bottom line is money.
Two questions. You've been an Asante Kotoko fan. View on how Kotoko can get back to the old attractive days, never conquer Africa, blah blah blah. Kutim Medicine also the Bekala Pass and Abakra. And there is another one here. Also, the NDC is promising to set up funds to support local club football, to an extent that they are promising to pay each Premier League player 1,500 monthly, in addition to supporting clubs for CAF interclub competitions. And minimum comment you
I didn't want to bring the political angle to it, but what I want to say is that
the players no Kwabonteno. What you
you are making an outrageous that you know you cannot achieve. Okay. But as I said, I didn't want to be overly political, but it's outrageous. I mean, there are certain things that you can't. Political program team. Oh, the American say you have to support these. Look, just the mismanagement of our funding, because between 2006, 2010, 2014, and the World Cup, cost money. You play the World Cup, there is money. Even when we go and play friendly matches, we have decent money. It's the way you manage the money, rather than pay officers of the FA and what do you call them? The members of the management committee. Why? Those monies, you could have used them to support the clubs, to guarantee some minimum wages like the NBA does for players. Oh, player, also man, the 1,000. It's coming on the go to I beef up. Some of them should. Even that on minimum in the crown is not. And Matisse minimum 500. How is the person going to survive on that and be physically strong? Because football and sports depends on nutrition. So these are things we have to look at. Intermediate. There was another question about Kotoko. Kotoko they just say, yeah, because say Drew, stadium Papanka, Bob Papa, near dinner. I feel you quite near coffee. Last one you lose it. No, I think first and foremost, we have to energize the people who support the team, not only Kotoko, all other teams. I know I'll give credit to Herbert Mensah. When he was chairman of Kotoko, although we were not doing well, they be honest to me. So there's something to learn from him and talk to him and say, look, because he was a media savvy guy, Obabetra station, so we promote to what's supporters, no supporters union, you engage them, let them feel a part of it, let them fill the stadium. So until those days, it has to me forward now. So that is something we should learn from. And I think there will be in a year. You go to that person, you talk to the person. He doesn't have to be the chairman all the time. If he really supports the team and wants to help, he should be able to do it. Because as a Yama Kumasi Stadium should become a fortress. Now those days, forgo free Mbabuni work from me. Obama and JBL. Oh, me this year, 2020, yeah, me BD me birthday.
I feel as
the following day no bow. Cry Highland be no. Yes. You didn't come. I don't know so strangely my normally me pictures shop. I mean in traffic. I am into me to cry a fresh ribo. A fresh tomboya coming tea say banana a fresh old friends nature didn't come. Oh worry Georgina so my classmate. Okay. Me junior 1 year Georgina brother a Kosa, no, I'm a classmate. Royal International Hana.
Kosa.
Tennis. Man Friday. Wow.
So, Inti, and say, oh, back when I'm a no to go no in the Kutu Joan, I thought say, oh, problem grab behind the Kutu. I don't know, say when I stole my
21st November.
Oh, come a bit more funny. The crazy, baby, oh, Pierre. Those days, your Coca-Cola top. You be sponsors near Coca-Cola. I say, sweatsuit, a business, no, soon
white handkerchief.
Oh, no. Oh, we are made rocks in the one, you know, should see 1982, just in it. A down here, Nantifi Tech first year. You say, Nipa bottom cry, a halligan. Nipa, just say, but this man, let me to Bingo Stadium.
To the Busa, say, we will come back to our days.
We all have to work and get it together.
About what we could talk about professional football. Because you system.
We have to create it. Once we have
3 years. No, now.
Look, there are certain things.
Unlike those days, I'm a Roxanne. All these years.
Yes.
Now, from Paul Manso, my younger, so many years. But 1, 2.
And Tinameka's is how we want to run the football. If the focus is not on Jessica, we're fun sober. Look, at the appropriate time, who develop in the meantime, I heard the way stadium already say, so no, you need handkerchief, no pussy near TC Stadium. Why, Baha, Utum say yes. So until we can revisit it. Ninano, Yemfa ye ninsi susa ye. Oh, has the credit the SC crowds were very complicated. Germany has Nindiana. Men who they I didn't copy to go for the arms. Has them say Gamashi, near Mugi those days. So until I know say I be a man, tell you how it happened.
Flow 2 shares and
flow 2 shares. I don't say men who flow 2 shares. Oh, Debbie, it was wrong. Completely wrong. Gamashi.
That's not Manchester Moflu.
How many years ago?
The clubs they say that's the order of the day. I don't know.
Gamashi is
Sante Kotokoye flew 2 shares. 2 for Frewa. Was showing.
Sunday 2 for there.
Frewa was showing. Who had died across all the bed 200,000.
But to one son. And no, Sana is saying.
Sana,
I'm being honest with you. Sana
Chief Executive seed money. Normally,
but all clubs cannot be like Kotoko.
Not all clubs, but they are big people. They be who seeking some amestrin. So come seeking. So seek every baby. For Berlusconi or AC Milan. Oko United woman ego. No master.
So you be sa.
Oh, eso mo jire ho ye.
Oh, you
know ho ye. So
they come right there Japan to change komoka. We no ko ye papa me commercials we more back. I don't know. Say minimum on some baku bia na ga there come right we try to cry na wa boy nkomo ye papa enya some to cry. Kofi Champo.
Yeah. We refie yi ba kwa na meka. Ya enu aketo akora. And so on the men madam for no Olympic Games in Korea 1988 na me sports na me DH. Me ko baby ani na those days although I was reporting for national television. I traveled on my own. I found a way. Go Korea.
Now we engineer, papa a rich person,
no be alive.
Was that how we breakfast no make? They make back one. I was if I don't say breakfast no. You to follow drive Eddie.
Na idea no control anybody na papa.
Yeah, but some different.
Then they will carry that out.
Yeah. Na mu di control mu di mu. Any ball you know mu di mu.
E papa no mu nim so.
No mu nim so na dia papa.
No so we mistake.
Okay.
Enti asembe kwa na we ka we refi.
Na
Kura anti obe ho so pese o ye bibi de boa athletics na me me boa no kwan keto bia metimi aboa ti se hye ya me companies bi be kasa because uzenka athletics at least sprints na je at least Ghana Nancy na Aziz to go Olympic finals me boa moka
yes Aziz Akai o me meet
sound oh 2004 and 2000 na to top 8 athletes sprinters in the world Ghana ni ka ho
they were not in Fanspin boy from Fanspin
na sense school of Kwabena say
we meet I mean in part
so and I make say those days you susano we are able to say we are one stadium not to Kwabena say if you were international ball and you were to Kwabena copy stadium when you be free not those days not Albert Lomote or to American to Kumasi Academy near just as serious sprinters for Ghana or any kakari money at Timmy call Africa Games no J Commonwealth no money at so and then to America now can say even Koramo time Carl Lewis ne Ben Johnson could do semi-finals
Abai were key role to
of course and there's no doubt that is why I don't want people
as more insurance
and I'm saying they've moved with provision of the infrastructure which is good but most importantly to make sure say in the next term to work with the schools to strengthen in fact almost BB I think I saw it in the manifesto about the sports college. I'm upgrading to a university because training of sports for no here. Now make us up to now make Mr. Hope. last speech there. Me koto no akokra me ni twa picture ground fans na 40 years after school.
Okay.
Nti course.
Me bana be assigned master.
So Mr. Hope.
Karam de Kakrebi. Dear Kenya no, a brainy hono. Yeah, try to be developing infrastructure.
Kwabena never mentioned women's football. I said,
I'm making this submission because at least you are close to the powers.
That's right.
School sports and free schools. And in yes school block niwi. Ye cry and be at the science lab account. If you cry football pitch, cry in your volleyball pitch.
But my catch also with the mean chawano. And the new model schools now, yes, what will be? What will design?
Yeah.
Many president nam round in who be was Sefi. Last week, yes, I could be on crying a wager. Any day, in fact, me bo Minister of Education Abaso say even the design of it. All the one have because a university, sports, BBI. I said, Nemas, and that's one we know be. So
that was where I was going to arrive. Say once again, even the old schools, if we can encourage the district assemblies to empower them to support infrastructure, it was schools because schools, even secondary schools, could be in long jump lane. Sometimes
but I'm saying
that the support would have to be there.
Yes. Thanks so much, Mr. Agyapong, for hitting the nail right on the head, because Seju and the rest of the sports fraternity talk and discuss foreign football more than ours. I'm glad that you blamed yourself first, but it's my prayer from tomorrow, Mr. Seju and the crew will heed to your advice and talk more about local football.
Local sports, encourage club owners no so the right thing. Now guarantee players no some minimum there basic.
That's right.
But normally I want you to start with local one. So we started sports program. Now we started at Chelsea. Hey, then to you go himself Ghana crowd we are
chicken and egg.
Listeners know there me feel say most bet my control. Now that you have the captive audience, you have the captive audience now. As you are preparing for the league, no more programs and no more training, no more boys, no kasana, muyi. Then Crawford are getting attachment. Let's say meet me Abo. One more at Kotokoji J Cup, 1971. Abo full selection. Actually, Robert, Benkusi, Oliver Aqua, Odami, Brinya, Sunday, Yao Sam, Abukari, Malik, Usmano. They were there. These are the players that played. 1983, you beat my ball. 1982, you beat my ball. And then, minim kotokoto.
I know. No, the
goalkeeper no pena minino.
Alexander. Because also
person. Keep a Drew baby no.
Football especially.
Me ra ho sana.
I na fe unim bi.
Sana se keep baby too.
Matisse when them kokan. We say keep baby. Young boy bi. Abana na mze na me kan no pena. Capture my attention na me kan.
And also me play baby. What sports na ya wo dia Ghana.
But the baby I'm modifying. That's a idea more than ye too from
say unim clubs in any place.
Because Nipa ne Dano meaning is sports now. They are thinking about what they can make.
I never knew Mr. Agyapong is a Crowfrom man. Please, which part of Crowfrom was he inside?
He was you Crowfrom and then you can see me call. Now more pictures I'm showing I'm trying to break you. Crowfrom. Unumatomic.
Maybe I said, Dino.
The one who crew from traffic light now walk. Me, in a cut down to yes.
What was something?
That time, not a corner and call.
Only but no.
No crew from traffic light, no one age number for school bus.
Okay.
Not Hoya Mobile, the same time total. I said they will cook crew from proper now. Not a bio, choba bio. into atomic. We never atomic. Say there sorry. The one and live band right at the
all right
T junction. Usani just a memo down. Down.
I suggested a point he made about the media promotion I linked to you last week, and even added, okay, but let me do the way and so as I bray a dozen one for questions on the aba a dozen you papa I'm saying the cobra papa do be chai cry now me bad me friend madam for you on cry say and then oh buy a shoe no but I was na do kuma say na I'm saying there was a baby ko be on no
and no crema me obeba yes for the last 6 weeks me 19 Ghana you know you call Kajeji started with Bono Kajeji Atebubu Nkranza Techima Bechemu Enchi Bepie Doma Chirwa Sania Besiako Hafo Sankore Bechemu Ako Enchi Bodi Jabuso Dadiase Babe Pia Contomra Sefiyoso
wow
na dem follow news ana
you follow
but say dina ka otrim na enwa say kura ka otrim
start any Dubai
you are police wetin Ghana
me civil engineer me highways city roads as a young man working on Vorade roads who was Kumajon Shimbre when you say Nkwanta no pasa minimum ho baby ni nyina yakone na mo akone na mo na say now obesan ba Kumasi I think it's Tuesday and you may but Wednesday call a dancing.
Okay.
Acrocarium says 400 bed capacity boys dormitory block be our officer because it's SHSB any police station wa Acrocari or a there back now about Obuasi so Obuasi is a town roads and
asphalting overlay
no more until you come as asphalting cause you hey nipa ye bi amon ka bi na ye bi ana ko new DBS nti on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we go to Techima for Farmers Day. Na Saturday, so obewo, and the work kwada so ni bekwa ni Jacobu. That is Amansie side.
That's super. Kwabena do be jai kra. Na fi yedo.
Of course, if the way o maji efeso ye ko voter joje ni ade na jeti bedru ade edi mo. Nti o mu nyina mpie. A dance for catch on with the another Casmos number into the Mr. Kaka. And maybe they made especially in Yanuma, I see a co independent near there, create a bit of a Nazi who say, or Snono Neso, party there. I know a lot of us have been through things, but the party remains supreme. The message will be as a old door or sooner time Manchester Sunday. The RCBR, Famenya me, na yero only deep. Candidate independent for Mr. Meso pound cho lawyer or be quiet or MPP ni mapa in no sense be na see na kobansa Mr. Nesenka obinya ka on sifom omwa MPP ni no saa so na ye MP party na apija o na okodi form na MP sense be to chimakaka na matters on so ko independent on so na Meso dinyame din streno senka onta the party for you kwede party ni you no attach kakaka
that's super Kwabena Agyapong sports and I to Safro say ba odi atwim kakra nyavi evarisa na do DJ kra dey
oh say December 7th betwaba ba kese
there be no politics because sports
that time no papa pensin to no way
papa o Minnesota Papa, since you call and 7 day, and I say, Madam, we friend me from UK. Only any the Scotland up to now, my.
Also, I Scotland.
What is all that? No, so.
And easy, so. Oh no, who can't me back because I cash.
Oh, cash. Then
that's the pass.
That's the message. Media, especially. Money sports administrators and get it together. Yes, one football, ni boxing, ni athlete, get involved. It should be deliberate. Me and how say a bet operating on its own. Yes, he encourage. Said they may share that ball habit. At that time, no to so Buckmas no better radio, no ginger nipa, nipa Aqua Stadium. It's the ambience, the atmosphere of the stadium that determine the strength of your team at home. Tino bu au koni fie kra na hwae den home advantage no na home fa so no. Tina, Manchester crowd in you to watch it over.
How did you only kind? I suppose the supporters in the stadium on the crack out.
I know. Go back, come go.
I don't go for now. Supporters need we are
so. My friend phones. I mean, so coming with you.
I'll be a station.
Our friend phones. I'm meeting TV.
Why you also can't tell?
Oh, that be Nasafia. My collar. No, MPP near collar. Okay. Now so end this year. Well. Made my fancy mini jacket. And then I was stationed by Kwanzaa and Meba. Or frame. Freo.
Oh, now your politics.
And then we're talking political. And I mean, catch on say. They say Kasane the attempt Kasa was from yes, sir, that was not how politics used to be. And it should not be, especially MPP they cried. Then they say I catch it for. Any DNA bony Kasa moon and eka. Now share the Mampenia years the 3 years in Numa Wayan. Well, so much positives to sell. And who hears will be deep and will be a temple will be a Hunifaso. The emphasize in a temperature and rough. Now we have only one country, which is this country, Ghana. Let's build it together. And decorum, Ronibeka said decorum and civility. Very important here, Casemni and Idim. One colonity. So be trying radios now. Oh, can someone treat Dini Patem directly? The idea, make a call it, no near the answer, Munya is idea.
All right, that's it. Wish you all the best. And go for the show. That's forecast. First, because you do all. So, do you remember I told you that the Gunners will bounce back? And yes, we are back. Party after party after party after party, and party after party. Okay. Beating Man U was not a fluke. We are truly back. The same way as go win this year's league and reach the semi-finals of the CAF Confederation Cup. Inshallah, happy belated birthday to Achi, my body and CEO. The great Agyapong. Wow, what a mind he is to sports. I remember him hosting the panel discussion during France 98 World Cup, and it was superb. Since then, I never saw him host any high-profile sports show. I remember when Germany was to play the USA, and he said the game of the world of two political superpowers. God bless him. Alhaj Osman. Okay, Marijata.
So you.
I'm going to call. Intino ya day.
Bonica cracker.
Bonica Cramane. Uko P. Cape Coast. And Ra. No, so new house of food players be named Nasam Ketua interviews. Yeah. And easy. You must have Precisino. Near share how teams try some Bejalia. As an old Dosso. Yeah, I was a house for a place to be chief for to be chief fluently said to be a Mimiano to be the start here. Now, on answer, and Mose be waiting to make a tree. Finally, I call. Now, Osha Oduma. But we intervene back on the Casa. Now, I saw some bamboo.
Sir, Mahunisa. Some need director. So, I love fresh as well. And now, because a game radio, this is a very day, said you. Near that, when I call you. A mua kakra, bare 5 minutes, and son will drew in a village of very nice place. Our Cape Coast.
Or that
Elmina Sharks area, no quite a swarm, and our Coco Creti, ne sports, make us a villager. It's me hosty.
You mean time, perhaps,
oh, so
may only need or that lamty. No, come on, kakra. Nafi Yamame Twazo. Yabasisia. Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television. Marijata Ekopim. Naintian Commonini or that LMTD.
Yes, I mean, a bonum pikes over my own patenting. I'm the land in the Akabi brilliant. There's a lot I have to do. I'm saying, say, may I should may gym, maybe hostel. Yes, the vision is this. So I hope so. I'm my own patenting and patenting. I should be able to do more to host all this.
And the house for Bada has another team bet me about another bet me hosting 3 teams crowd how many you are the same time.
Oh yeah, I mean as them so they are about six teams are more better. Karela better high pre-season in Carlines, Wow Stars, Star Madrid. We now better high pre-season, you know, as them so this is the FIFA system. And the reason why I also do set up some facility. Coming who says some of the teams from Mukoda hotels. We go park and go on. They will drive like 30-40 minutes before and train and then come back. We are has on better high. Among 2 bars no Prada. And this is the reason why MSMDS are doing. If you say yes, I'm achieving it, but I'm sure there's more to do.
Grow Camp, Grow Lamp Academy, future now, and say,
oh, future, I just want to open doors for most of these young guys. We say football, my yes, and city. And I said, the experience, I mean, you're born on me. Some family, the municipality, who are. One could I know most of your movies for me.
I will teach him nothing. Come on, I'll call Cape Kuzuno, training and the day, no swabber. But I didn't you.
So, on your time, I mean, didn't come over. My son, I said, I'm a child legend, and I don't check a seven fan bro. I'm so kind of video next year, baby. Cry, say, Joe, dear, Cassano and Bodia, only interview. New or that legend. Or say, Joe, dear, Kessben. A simple cry, not a short, but I'll try to still because so I'm proud to the game. No, I share new to my hockey car or day and a selection near day. And who so much excitement on him how putting a squad new together. No, both teams draft so now may share more and there's Thompson so in the squad no and has team no mummy and on boy said Joe who go through lineup no first time I mean who's a new doom and I said local manager I bought 4 different central midfielders. Last season I has folk key and also more midfield combo no na nete Fabregas and Afutu and on the Lawali Ababishim that foreign import no or na Babishim midfield with 4 central midfielders and a ball or being junior and Nijina Bednago Tetechi. It's the system no bet me at 4-4-2 4-5-1 bet me a sense of a and I dear me who so much listen up that midfield no bite and aggression. And Sabocha, born or bo. Me who say a team was a Joe this season has to forget me ABB. Yes.
Okay.
You can't goalkeeping now. Most often you can't go to goalkeepers, but has 2 keepers are arguable. You know, between start league.
Okay.
Me can't and I. Me and my very very decent gamer. About 2 halves, and me who from Neil Musono say the second squad no. So Joe, they based on pace and direct football. Patrick Razak. I am saying this, Joe. Boy, no, any floppy. The form no could be as a or 10 about team be
okay.
Very, very, very pacey winger. Very direct. Obama be a fan sitting in a casa no Patrick and conform. And Mr. Sasso will be so about Vuka and about Fatau. Last season, me and started about within the second team. And so, Neo Dumeye combinations be not all trace all the players, you know. A very important man or try so being a very solid team now or the other. I dare me who your house for one say my home attackers be brave, but the more create a lot of chances in the second team. And when you go from a dead ball, a penalty, it was nice penalty in a referee. I'm referee about so incident initially me argue, but we saying a video shape, you know, the referee was really right. Bono a boy man or anafonsa, but be a bono so no referee it deserve. Talking about the dwarfs team, you know. Me who be say omo ball a 4-3-3 and osho omo team no coach Thompson na dwen say obama Richard that sit just in front of the back line now my George Asamoah and then another Asamoah me no agine nanim no boy Ishmael mo and other boys no nanim but my advice for dwarfs and say Joe they should play a lot within the channels because omo wave no any height omo wide players no entiatia is somebody want to cost wow they should always play within the channel. Endurance conditioning is superb from Hasselfolk and the dwarfs. So Joe may see a very good football. But the American say with the Messina or American Jeff phone to control that percentage of what they ban a bed just on me so it's a fans you know stadium you 30% you know so 25%. But stadium is say Joe any baby say baba yara na crash for stadium crowd control very tough.
Okay.
New that hono medical ka se mu twika kra bi just offer ka but enipa na wo ho no em de search ni wo enipa na wo ho no me hu obi na near fit to an age 70 years no mo tie echi about enipa be 10 kokra 4
you any other picture so
ba kono no e about 4 or 3 different
wow
4 yeah 4
I see okay Marijata from Kepus. Was it
Hatofuk
form new?
Omo form new. So Joe, I dare me then say transition be any hodmo. New doom the handle last season, and this is no one else a handle. So there's no single transition now as to PBB or he knows the players or more about joining, you know, he knows them. And how I fit Lawali into the midfield, you know. So Joe a beautiful mommy as a technical person. Last season train the boy, this season we both for a year in the first half against Dwarfs. And was selected for in a counter-attacking game. It means all both two different ideas in one game. Second half and the first half, two different mindsets. I think senior do better me one amount of time and patience.
Okay. Marie Jata. Local stories. Locals as an officer I can you from.
Yeah, na me can Dwarfs for the team no. Injuries be brave at TSM. Me who's a couple of injuries at TSM and I never come who said to Abubakar last season was starting league in them, but getting 6-7 goals in about 12 games. I feel say obey a very integral member of the squad. But me who say now we pray and say you always say most of an injuries bar players you know you're the walking stick amount. Say we our body weight no call nine or so. But he was say do the nano and antisa. So I had to call the boy. Na me na kasa so no ohwamrofo no mu pra ye de ade nya ball na wia you should have time for injury no.
That's one medical team.
Omo
to no ukoye say una oye de injury no una come
advice you. Oh, I advise
on the okay. All right, Marijata. I go be who let be na circulate Dwarfs and omo address it to Ghana Football Association.
I'm a new media. But I think officially we haven't discussed that at the FA level.
Okay.
5 minutes to the game now, let's buy.
5 minutes to the game.
Yeah, very few minutes to the game.
You know any Dwarfs in free premiership.
International so about talk of town and sana game no started.
In the official don't mean come be
no, because by the official notice at the GFL level. Me I've seen in the media to say the whole media.
I mean FA.
Me who be bia or GFA. Ebia or abai or liga for and I say we say I don't know.
Okay.
So what is the percentage?
All right. Now who local Abia?
Yeah.
Is that the confirm commercial about Sunday?
So na me share deadline day transfers na nkrofo no mze ba na we on Saturday etika ukoba me summarize no teams no bia de dodo a wato ene numbers na aba no ne ade ti maybe if you can ubeko break na ba na ka but adaroma opening pastor Kwabena Kumi Ousu Takra de LCG CNN birthday my motion happy birthday one more down for your champion
wako brezu
bread wa bread juma do ko bi fa begro yesi eni die ana do no munda
no ni die se wa bread o drive from to begro
na me drive ko tamale ba kan sa kire me bi akọ begro akọ ya nyo nkan se o ani begro kwa me na wa
Kofi Ado Agyapong eduru ya no bisa o se na sejo we na mso meni achi ya yenkura boni
motukwai
ye tukwai oba enye yi
na no manu so e
jo ni bi nti yaba de se wo ha ka obi bi gira wa na mai na nya mienim papa na ye ne na na yi nse ne na no wo ba ko pe oba e na ono no e ma nan no ene Kofi Ado Agyapong na o hwe adwuma yi o ma ye ho no asejo why are there ne na dada
why so akobre
enkonya hyehyɛ canopy manko yese bia me kotra konwa mu me cha so say bi groundsman ni take charge
yo
eduma o to champion so buy
Okay, yensaimra na yemetwa so kakra bi emfa meka ho na yempeja yemu ohwe Kessben television ohwe utie Kessben 93.3 ye ko na Franco Naro na o bibi mena ka be sima be enum die me de bitim dia ye na yempeja
so I think say transfer window no eba na we Wednesday Saturday na officially per the GFE sites no e kamia ko team or signing most players Kim Faisal. I have 15 here. But for some of the clubs, and the players be on registration, asterisks and asset documents, maybe any year ready. And he was even telling me, say, Kim Faisal, 20 players, no more assign here. But the man Fontia says, listen, Omudiabano, Omuna clubs and assigning Omu, whilst are COVID in by now window, no ha, yan to us one. And no more signing almost Nansia Diano, Nina no Macabumno. And Faisal has 15. Me person me go by the official on the GFE site as it stands now. Hasselhoff 12. Adriana 10. Ashgood 13. Became 9. Chelsea 6. Dream 6. Dwarfs 2. Sharks 4. Interlies 4. Karela 7. Ken Faisal 15. Kotoko 10. Legon Cities 14. Mediema 6. 11 Wonders 11. Wafa 1 and Olympus, but clearly Ebibaba Bekeka now maybe some who say time here system, how come the teams are signing so many players because 10 and above no doso Ufa Ediana Ashgold Legon Cities, Kim Faisal, Kotoko, so many players, 11 Wonders. You ask yourself, saying, then this anymore. But one thing is common, and it's most of these players are free agents for the clubs. And the clubs in the Bibria signing players are now more free agent. Some of the signings are especially attention baby Samoa to the extent say BBC a cry report or more site near the and Nim Kujon Susu to Legon City is another signing and quite interesting. Apart from that, no, as most of the team decides something got a common or more signings in it's already in the domain. Time, maybe at the appropriate time, the impact of some of these big names and new players in the mobile system on bit to me their brain league and say.
So you keep setting the standard so high. Kudos to you and your team on that great interview. Tell Achi I'm waiting to hear from him when he's in Accra. Lawyer Agyapong, Kwale, Accra.
Lawyer, we are bank and ready.
Okay.
Yes, I think I'll be in Accra. Thursdays, we be moving Thursday. I'll be in Accra.
Okay. All right. And to me, Andy.
To me, I'm happy with the finally Asamoah getting on. I mean, it could have been any club. It could have been Kotoko. What I say, because it looked very increasingly likely Senanke Koye Asantu Kotoko. But I think at a point in time, Zika came to play a role. Makacha said the brand in a big into obviously. So my opinion is it would have been more positive or. The results will be massive if you can or to share the following for Sandukotoka, even share sales in normal crank, be more positive. So, John, but the important thing for me as a stakeholder in Ghana football is as a more journalist in the local game. Yesterday, I read on FIFA World Cup, Omo Twitter, Omo congratulated Samoa for getting back into the local scene. It's a better practice, so traction, beba. What I say for his involvement in the local game, and I expect other people no more also to try and then come back. But in bottom line, cash. I need the Legon cities in the cash. Casamoja non animal Legon cities. Bottom line is money.
If you are not willing to fall, you would never achieve anything. We are desperate to achieve success this season. We, the Royals, are ready. People should watch out for us. We have done some important signings like Vincent Edujemfi, Jonah Atukwe, Baba Mama, David Kujo, Michael Ampadu, Foster Brima, Raphael Okulu, Adrianas Elvis Opoku, Benjamin Ejay, Vincent Anane, Nathaniel Aqua, Nephew Idrisu, Anim Kujo, and Almighty Baby Jet, Samoa. We are Legon cities.
Is it all Legon cities?
We very serious. Very serious. Okay.
Oh no, you G unit. To me, assures that it could be one of the reasons why.
Because we Royals.
I said that is why he is now.
So also Legon cities.
So there are reasons or they join it.
No, you are not getting what I'm trying to say. If you say Asamoah Gyanti and our colleague cities, I don't have any problem with him. Yeah, but the trust of the message, does not suggest so. Okay. With the list or they buy anyone.
You go to Lagos City, you classify yourself as part of them.
So
that's what is meant by we.
Too bad. But 1 second video, which my train naga, or they are too there. Asante Kotoko.
Biju, send our can India, Abubu, or Ghana football media. Say there, Korea, Japan, Roma, or they say look and Tina Kotoko, Memphis, Niagron. I feel we team be any okay teams ya players ya san wo mu di. Minim the team be abet me gina ya name. Ye nimpa de na me kan say Ghana ade ye mpese any team be abayi. Ye Africa ni ya. Sene Champions League no ye see hu bi a che no. Kotoko ba o miss ye bebo group stage ama manfo big teams no e bi okromu a
team ground nim ye ka be players in ground ready no so be do group stage
me kotoko ye players na wo ma asensa wo mu nyina je local players ya and you ye ni agro
okay
afi we ye ni agro Africa na ye be kono me ho ne hia me local de na we mde ya bro mo ai
ni mopoku oboase ya my humble request is that Mr. Agyapong could share his sports experience at least once in every 3 months on your sports program, since not all of us follow politics. Some of us knew him way back during his time of hosting sports programs, a typical Asante Kotoko supporter, but he used to be sincere when he addressed other clubs' issues. I enjoyed his suggestions. God bless him and you too. Nimo Poku Obwase Ensonediwe Ebaye. Good morning. Into Jan. Yadasi. Odi opa cafe. But who say yebasa mo abasu nyan sisi a we bema cafe. We bema on cafe. We fi problem abasu nyan sisi. So first to Jan nyao na cheche wa dwen yesi. Opa cafe sisi. And greet is going on.
Yanya brio prepare the team akọ.
Akoto Dankabari for breaking news no emre da mo nyina ase yebasa ne mo ehia bi nkopon bo a.
Ba en cham na mi chia coach Benfoku coach Benfoku on in Tojan and our U17.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yada basi yebasa ehia bi.
Na Kwame.